Hey YouTube, it's your girl Duchess back with more drama. Love and Marriage Huntsville. I mean, it's not funny, it's just laughable that we are here again. And this entire video about what we're getting ready to discuss, mainly Martell Holt, who has Melody Rogers back in court, on some Friday Knuckle stuff, just to make her life miserable. He's a co-cast member on her show, and this is why the people that support her just literally go up for her. It's some things that we've never even heard of. This is a demon, a spirit that we're just not accustomed to seeing, so you want to just stomp it out. It's ridiculous. In my reviews of Love and Marriage Huntsville, I say that this woman does not get a break. And this is why I say that she doesn't get a break. Melody Shari is coming off of a season where it was so much happening in social media as a result of the season. Blatant attacks on her and unnecessary drama that spilled over into social media, where she's having to host lives and defend herself and defend her friendships and defend her actions. And no one is perfect, I always say that, but at the same time, leave this lady alone. Leave this woman alone. And Martell, I don't even know why you go there with her anyway. Every time you do it, it's 5 blessings or something. 1 demon, 5 blessings, or 5 blessings. I don't know, but you don't do nothing but get the girl blessed. Then she gonna go in the studio and she gonna make a song and drag the hell out of you. Just like that Nobody's Business song. As a matter of fact, you guys go run up that song for her. Just kind of as a way to support her, because I don't know of anyone that goes through the cycles of mental warfare. And we're coming up on 3 years now, maybe 4. How long are we gonna keep this cycle going? And so the show will be back on soon. Then it will be back to the castmates and all of their drama and them targeting this woman, and the same sort of cycle. And no matter how she moves, either right or left, her choices, for all that don't support her, her choices are to just stand there and just take it under the chin. And they have a laundry list of reasons for her to do that. And that's not for the benefit of her, it's for the benefit of everyone else. And that is such a societal norm for the Black woman, the expectation to just absorb abuse. I am over it. I am over watching it. And is there any depths? But this is what it looks like when you're dealing with demonic spirits. And this is a spirit on this man. And those are spirits that hang out with these people, whereas women who are in relationships with men, whether they're married, divorced, or whatever, they, unless they are the most immaculate Virgin Mary, they've had an unpleasant experience with a man. I don't care who they are. And to not have empathy for this woman, or to even okay, when the dust settles with that, you pick up your charges and attack her. And we're not even going to get on whatever fan base this is that I hear that's on this tangent of coming for this lady's brand. And she hasn't done anything to the public. Her, sometimes, if you want to argue not being likable, doesn't give right to just kind of attack this woman and her business. Who does that? But see, that is the way that spirits respond when they're being called out. Look at the perfect being that Jesus Christ was. He was absolutely perfect. His heart was perfect. His spirit was perfect. He was perfect among his peers, his neighbors. He wasn't above anyone or below anyone. He was the Son of God that was sent here to suffer abuse for our BS. He did absolutely nothing. and they murdered him because those spirits could not take the authority that Jesus walked with and who he knew that he was. They couldn't take it. And so it's the same demonic spirits that go after this woman. And not to put her, because I know that's what you're going to say, I'm comparing her to Jesus, and that's not what I'm doing. What I am saying is, one, we shouldn't be surprised because we still don't get it. This is what it looks like. And two, the experience is still the same. She is being crucified and demonized for things that have absolutely nothing to do with her and only for her being great at what she does. This is what it looks like. Shame, shame, shame. Is part of what that looks like. And you gotta speak to it, not to the people, but you gotta speak to it and form dominion over it. So, whatever avenue someone has to use to call it out, that's just their thing. And I don't have an issue with that. But at the same time, let's not discount that, they ain't afraid of a lot of stuff. But I'm gonna tell you that spirit is afraid of the name Jesus. I'm speaking to the spirit as I get into this commentary on this most recent situation, and all they are doing is giving reason for the heavens to open up and bless this woman because it's unjustified and it's so wrong. So two things are in play here: old karmic law, biblical law. Whatever goes up must come down. That is in place. So every single time y'all pour into that negativity bucket and get to dragging on this lady and doing all these hurtful and harmful things for no reason, and I'm speaking about anyone that's coming for her brand and all of that, I just cannot find a reason to turn that route against her unless it's something spiritual and deeply demonic going on there. You're coming from a place of hate, and there should be no place for that. So, but all you're doing is pouring into her bucket of blessings that has to return to her for what you're spewing out, and then sending the same drama back to your doorstep. That's very smart and wise. Like, couldn't you find something else to do with your time? Do you know what's going on in our community while you're wasting your energy trying to take down this woman just because she is doing what she does to take care of her family and her brand and whatever else she want to screw off with? If that's what she wants to do, she earned it. I don't care. Like, isn't it something else that you could be doing? Hell, there's at least one child being trafficked right now under your nose, and you over here playing pitter-pat on the computer and coming after this lady who hadn't done anything to you. Just for clout? Just for what? Like, I shouldn't be surprised. And it's not surprise, it's just disappointment. Because whatever reason that you're coming after her, or whatever that reason is, whatever is fueling you, it cannot be good because she hasn't done anything to the public. Then y'all get over there and defend the Diddy Boppler, and defend Martell. Oh, he's a great dad. Oh, he's a this. Oh, he's a that. But he's literally antagonizing this lady. Like, imagine not being able to breathe, and every time you turn around, it's either trying to take my kids or trying to hold me in contempt and civil contempt and criminal contempt. And even if it's futile and it won't be any fruit from it, you're still forcing me to come forward and forcing me to have to deal with you when we already have a very justifiable restraining order. Why I shouldn't have anything to do with you. Just leave me alone. And instead of the community of women or people trying to stand up against that and just against the act of it as an example, because if it's happening to her, it's happening right next door to you. And there just should be a better use of your time. And why even put that out there for it to return back to you? Because like I said, the two things that are happening, one of them is karma and biblical law. And it doesn't turn back in the same form, baby. It comes back threefold. It can even reach generations. So why? So disappointing. And I need the community to do better. And this is why I like these type of shows, and I don't want to see them go away, because it exposes so much that is happening in our community that has to be addressed. So the second thing that we're watching is an unchecked spirit. This is Diddy Bop before he was Diddy Bop. He just don't have the money and the access that Diddy Bop had or has, whatever. But in the way that these spirits enter is through sex. And we already know this little ninja can't control itself, little Sir Hump-a-Lot over there. You a dog, Rockwaller. Yeah, that guy. I mean, that's what she said. I didn't call him that. That's what his wife said, child. She know him better than I do. But by not checking it and condoning it and, making excuses for it and not standing up against it, this is why they keep multiplying. And this is why they keep coming back. And they come back with more strength and more force. Because you drive it out, it doesn't have a host. If you don't fill it with something, it comes back with multiple. That's biblical. That's what we're seeing. But there's always a gatekeeper on both sides of the coin. And this is futile. It's not going to go anywhere. He's going to look like an idiot. This man don't care about looking like an idiot. All he cares about is feeding that thing. And this is what happens when you get to opening your legs to all these different, child, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm just saying that's the other thing that we're looking at. So before I keep going down this tangent, because I'm just like, I just want us to do better. And I didn't really want to kind of talk about this, but I know that I need to, and I felt compelled to, because, I don't always agree with everything about Melody Shari. I don't, but I like her. I don't have any reason to condemn this woman. And my perspective is always coming from challenging us all to do better, including myself. Right. And so, but no one deserves this. And it continues to happen, and she should not have to deal with this off camera. And then when we get on camera, it's even more stuff. Like, let's get into showing what is happening in her life with dealing with these court proceedings and all of this piece. Let's get into that. Like, show us that. But in order to do that, there is another demonic spirit that has to be checked. That spirit of jealousy, that spirit of backbiting. Like, those spirits, they have to be checked in order for that to happen, because I cannot ignore that a piece of that is going on. I can't think of the term right now, and I'm just going to move past it. I'll probably come back and do something a little bit deeper. You know how I like to get into what I like to see. As if I'm the producer of these shows, but I don't care, honey. I'm a viewer. I'm a viewer today. You know what I'm saying? So there is a lot that can be given that would boost your ratings, and going down this route, this nasty route, whether it's directly or indirectly, it doesn't help anyone. And it certainly doesn't help the community. And this is a platform that has been afforded to this production company. And I'm not going to name names, but I'm just saying, and why not use it to help move us forward instead of pulling us back? Like, why not? So anyway, let's get into this mess that this man then went and used his first paycheck to drag this lady back in court. I cannot stand smelly feet, people. That's all I think about is him with them loafers on and no socks, and his feet sweating and smelling, and old girl over there pretending that she don't smell those feet, because she know, look, feet. She know he gonna act a fool on her if she does anything to the left. But so yeah, I mean, you guys have heard all the commentary about it. I'm just gonna speak on a couple of them. So one of them is, her being with this guy. Ironically, after some TikTok live that she did, here he come dragging her in court about her being with this guy, talking about the children's education is suffering because they're going out of town too much. Her disciplining, using corporal punishment on the smallest child, just anything that he can do to attack the mothering and the parenting of this woman, as if it's not joint, right? So if the kids are suffering in school, why aren't you working with that situation versus dragging her in court, trying to make it seem like it's just her, or they don't have visits, as if there's not a co-parenting situation going on? How so are the kids' education falling? Could it be all the drama that you done put them through? Could it be that? Like, why does it have to be because they're traveling? You're going to be up a certain amount of hours. You're going to be down a certain amount of hours. You're going to go to bed, go to sleep. You're going to wake up and do it all over again. Come on. Come on, bro. Like, give it up already. And her being with whoever she want to be with, you was wrong the last time you came out when you thought that was her boyfriend. But why do you even care? You might as well not care, because the courts don't have anything to do with that. What you gonna do when a man is moved into her home? What are you gonna do when she gets married? And that bodyguard gonna still be there to handle you? Like, you cannot control this forever. You just cannot. And it is time for the courts to kind of put a stop to it. Like, dismiss it. Does she even have to show up for court? Like, couldn't she just have her attorney show? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want him to be able to get any type of satisfaction of what he is doing. But all these things that he accuses her of are things that he is guilty of, outside of the travel piece, because I don't think they have that kind of thing going on. But the corporal punishment, neglecting needs and all of that kind of stuff. And I mean, I'm just really over it, really. But at the same time, like, we know your history, dude. We know what you put your family through. And anything that has to do with family, you should be the last person bringing anyone into court, because we would not be here had you not been where you were. This woman accepted all the things that we're finding out and dealt with all the things that we're finding out now for years in the best interest of her family, and continued to bear your children. And you just want to beat her down in whatever avenue that you can. And that, sir, that's coming back to you. And it is not going to be through your C's with Melody, boo. Because, see, that's not going to line up. Right? It's not the way it works. It's coming back to you. So cut it out. And if you know someone that is behaving this way or have this thought process, reel them in. Tell them about themselves. Check the spirit. Don't stand for it. Starve it out if you have to. That is our responsibility to our community. It's happening all over the place. And so there could be some real life examples set from top to bottom in this situation if people choose to use that route. I don't care whether this woman, whatever his allegations are about the woman and the security guard or whoever the heck it is, whether he's married or not, that ain't got nothing to do with me. It don't have anything to do with me, and I don't think that she would do that. I just really don't think so. You threw that in there to kind of attack her character and to make people dislike her. But all you're doing, because of the acts, all you're doing is riling them up. That's all you're doing. I mean, and somebody got to speak to him. Somebody got to hold it accountable. And that demon that's sitting over there in Huntsville, is many of them just like it. They just don't have the resources or the exposure for us to know about it. And that's why I feel it's so important to stand down and to stare it in the face and call it out. And so this is kind of like my way of doing that. and talking to the community for real, for real, for real, because we are the ones who make the biggest difference. And production and stuff too, and the castmates, like, you know, a friend who knows that this is the kind of stuff that this lady is dealing with, and come off of that and be like, you ain't calling me, I need my village, you ain't helping me, I need some help, help me, girl. Then to bring up friend secrets and friend experiences in a way to expose her stupidity and humiliate her because she ain't down there in the same barrel that you in. And she can't think about sending you a rope because she got 4 babies plus this nut that she dealing with. Like, really? And we want to be friends and liked so much and respected by our husbands so much that we can't call out a nasty demon spirit resting in a man. We can't starve that thing out. Starve it out. Speak to it. Starve it out. And cut out the drama. Leave that lady alone. Like, leave these, and that's an example, but all these women, leave them alone. It's not going to end well. It never does. Give the woman a break, please. I'm telling y'all, this season of Love and Marriage Huntsville come back up, and y'all got all this BS going on with this one person after her coming off dealing with this kind of mess. And I realize that filming and, real life is, not happening in real time in terms of what we see on television, but the cycle is happening on the show and off the show. And so I can't tell where there is a break, and no one should have to just deal in this realm just for everyone else to collect their paychecks. Let's get the same formula that we got going on over there on Love and Marriage Detroit and have everybody hold their own. Like, you can talk about it all you want to, but I will not be filming it and producing it. You're going to have to produce something more, or this is going to be the entire show. Hell, Mel got a lot going on. I'll watch her. I do want her to make those adjustments that we talk about, but that ain't what we here for now, child. They ain't got me over here. Anyway. Y'all, this demon stuff is some real life, real deal Holyfield stuff. And I would want to be on the right side of it versus the wrong side of it, because it's tumbling. And I'm telling you right now, the Almighty is not playing with these people. This little man that keep dragging this girl into court, that's small meats and potatoes compared to the Diddy Boppler that we got going on over there on the other side of things. At the same time, it's just the same representation on a different level, and it's all throughout our community. And so this is an opportunity to recognize it and choose something different. Not all money is good money. Leave that lady alone. And Mel, get in the studio, child. And give us a banger, girl. Dragon. And girl, I'm gonna come on here and sing it, because I made my video public where, y'all, my very first video. Honey child, please. I'm here for it. But leave that lady alone. And Mel, I'm rooting for you, girl, to do what you do. I know you're going to do what you need to do in court. But, let's tie these demons up, y'all. In one way or another, tie them up. It's your girl, Duchess. And, yeah, I decided to pre-record instead of going live, child, because I still got to figure that out. And look, I still ain't even closed this out yet. But it's not flowing the way I want it to. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to come in and pop on and talk about this Love and Marriage Huntsville thing and point out my reasons for saying why this woman never gets a break. And if you want the people to stop with the unbalanced, commentary, feedback, support, or whatever it may look like, then let's balance it out and do your part. Because I love that people are standing up for this woman that is being abused. I would like to see it for every aspect of the community, and for you guys that are coming at it from whatever lens you're coming from just to tear this lady down. And I realize she's not the only one, but nobody else is going through what she goes through on a daily basis on her show and dealing with this man. I haven't seen that yet. So to me, that's giving her an edge. And I'm not saying it's right to do it with anyone, but find something else to do with your time. Make yourself useful. It's your girl Duchess, and I'm out.